Welcome back to Andy Moore Field. Penn State leading 4-1 over Indiana in the second inning of this rubber match. One of the biggest issues for Penn State pitching so far this season has been walks. Coming into this matchup this afternoon, Penn State had issued 115 walks as a team. That is the most of any team in the Big Ten so far this weekend. The Nittany Lions have issued 21 walks over 2 games to Indiana hitters. Head coach for Penn State, Clarissa Crowell, said her team has to do a better job of being one-pitch warriors. She called it a mindset thing. Her pitchers have to do a better job of elevating their focus and being more intentional with each pitch. Guys? Thanks, Austin. Maddie Gordon belted 2 more home runs yesterday, bringing her career total up to 25 during her time at Penn State. That's 5th all-time for the Nittany Lions. Guys, over the last month, she's averaging a home run around every 7 at-bats. Thanks, Austin. When we asked Penn State head coach Clarissa Crowell earlier this week one word to describe her team, she couldn't come up with just one. She had 2, tough and gritty. This team, she said, has faced a lot of adversity this season. She called it, quote, the gauntlet of adversity with the injuries and the difficult non-conference schedule that Penn State faced. But she said her Nittany Lions squad is just looking to go 1-0 every single game. It doesn't have to be pretty, as we saw last night. Back here at Andy Moore Field, Penn State down to their final 3 outs here in Game 1 of this afternoon's doubleheader. Penn State sophomore star Brooke Clausewitz is due up second for the Nittany Lions here in this top of the 7th inning. She has a hit in 25 of 28 games coming into today, carrying a 27-game on-base streak. Guys, her average from last year to this season has gone up 273 points. She's hitting .512 with 28 RBIs in 28 games played. She's breaking out in her sophomore campaign at Penn State. Thanks, guys. Maddie, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs. What was clicking for you today?
Honestly, I was just trying to get it done for my teammates. We work so hard every day. Just keep it simple up there and go have fun.
This is a season that's been filled with adversity for you guys. How does this win feel?
It feels pretty good. It definitely has. We've seen some adversity, but it's nice for it to all to come together and go in our favor.
What's the key to keeping this momentum going into the doubleheader tomorrow night?
I think we just got to keep our energy and just keep going. They're going to punch at us, and we just got to keep punching back.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Guys. 24-time Grand Slam champion Novak Djokovic held off the leader of the next generation, Carlos Alcaraz, in the quarterfinals of the Australian Open. Djokovic won in 4 sets, 4-6, 6-4, 6-3, and 6-4 in 3.5 hours to reach the Aussie Open semis. Novak will next face Alexander Zverev in his mind-boggling 50th career Grand Slam semifinal on Thursday. It's November, and as the leaves have begun to change, Indiana's football's dominance on the field has persisted. 8-0 Indiana traveling up north to East Lansing to take on 4-4 Michigan State. Let's head out to Spartan Stadium. The old brass spittoon on the line this afternoon. Indiana trailing for the first time all season in the first quarter. Aiden Childs extending the play and finding Nick Marsh for the touchdown. That one's good on Sundays as well. Michigan State up 10-0 as we head to the second quarter. Indiana's Curtis Rourke drops back to pass, looking for his tight end. He's got Zach Horton, who will strut into the end zone. The Hoosiers on the board in the second period. Now, later in that second quarter, Tyson Lawton muscles it in from 1 yard out, giving Indiana their first lead of the ball game, and it's one the Hoosiers would keep for the remainder of the contest. 23-10, Indiana adding to its lead. Miles Price with the touchdown from Curtis Rourke, who returned from injury to lead the Hoosiers to 47 unanswered points and a 47-10 win over the Michigan State Spartans. It's the 3rd consecutive trip for Indiana to East Lansing that they've returned with that trophy, the old brass spittoon trophy, coming back to Bloomington once again. The Hoosiers look to keep their magical season going this upcoming weekend by taking on the Michigan Wolverines on Saturday at 3:30 on CBS.
Here's the snapback. Here's the kick. He's got the leg into it. If it is good, and it is! Austin Starr!
Don Fisher has seen it all during his 52 seasons as the voice of Indiana football. Fisher has called 38 losing seasons, and he's seen just 2 Indiana wins in 49 tries against Ohio State.
The Hoosiers beat Ohio State here at Ohio Stadium this afternoon. The celebration is on.
If there's anyone that can speak to what's at stake in Saturday's colossal clash between the number 5 Hoosiers and the number 2 Buckeyes, it's Fisher.
And with perfect timing Indiana is enjoying a bye week before playing in what will arguably be the biggest game in IU gridiron history a week from Saturday.
That statement, while difficult to argue, of course, was met with pushback from Curt Cignetti.
It's a big game for us because it's this game coming up.
Indiana hasn't defeated Ohio State since 1988. Now 63-year-old head coach Curt Cignetti was just 27 years old. Ohio State head coach Ryan Day hadn't yet celebrated his 10th birthday, and Ronald Reagan was the president of the United States. However, this year's Indiana team is different of those from years past.
This is a team that's capable, and the only limitations on this football team would be those we put on ourselves between our ears. But this is a group of guys that do not think that way. And we're going to go in to this next game confident, believing, and we're going to go out there and we're going to play well.
It's that change of culture that's resonated with the city of Bloomington, students, professors, and townies alike.
Once we put that product on the field and you're selling out games, you're getting congratulated in the classroom just by your peers and stuff like that. You kind of see how much it means to this community and this school in general.
As the Hoosiers take the field on Saturday, they'll carry the weight of history, the hopes of a city, and a belief that this time the outcome will be different.